Well, hi, this is Frank Erb. I'm here at the California State Capitol and just want to give you a little update for how things are going this year. We're off to a great start this year. Again, we're doing our Bible studies inside the Capitol for legislators, staff, lobbyists, state workers. And so this year we've got 4 Bible studies going, 2 inside the Capitol for senators, assembly members, and one of them just started. It was a senator who said, could you meet with me in my office? And we'll bring in some other senators to that. So just started that one a couple weeks ago. But then we have our regular one we've been doing all year for senators, assembly members, and so on. Just the government leaders at that level. And that's a wonderful time. These are bipartisan gatherings coming together to do an in-depth study of the Bible. So this year we're in the book of Genesis. I haven't taught in the Old Testament here before, but in the New Testament for all the years I've been here. This is my 9th year here. But this year in the Old Testament, we're going through the book of Genesis and looking at how God made everything and how He made them for His glory. And then we're in here doing the staff study and lobbyists and state workers. We've got some department heads, over thousands of people who are coming to that as well. And that's every week in the Capitol as well. Then another Bible study offsite that they're invited to. So 4 each week. And maybe we'll start a 5th, who knows. Just be praying that it spreads. We're off to a good start in our legislators meeting this year. So far, we've had 22 of our state legislators attend, which isn't a huge number, but there's 120 of them. And our senators, as you know, represent 1 million people, far more than any U.S. Congress member, any U.S. House of Representatives member for our state senators, and assembly members 500,000. So they have huge influence and responsibility. And so we want to do what we can to help them to know the Lord and grow in Him. And what's especially encouraging to me is 9 of those 22 are new legislators this year. So 9 new ones who've been coming and checking it out and studying God's Word with us. And these are bipartisan, Republicans and Democrats coming together to remember that there's something higher. A verse stood out to me last week that never has before that relates to this, I think. And this is in Colossians chapter 1, verse 16. Here we're talking about the book of Genesis and how God made everything by Him and for His glory. And looking at Colossians 1:16, I never thought about this before. It says this. It's talking about Jesus, and it says, for by Him all things were created, both in the heavens and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, all things have been created through Him and for Him. And notice that passage is saying that God has created everything, and it's all for His glory. And then it specifies government. It says whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities, visible and invisible, whether in heaven or on earth. So we're talking about angelic rulers, it would seem. Angelic powers are created by Him and for Him, but on earth. And I think that's talking about government leaders like this. They're created by Him and for Him. So what a great message that is for us to share in this place. And I'm encouraged to see how it's spreading. Unfortunately, members come, go, they term out, they lose their elections, all of that. Unfortunately for me, because I'm trying to reach out to them, and it's a continual process. But on the other hand, it's encouraging to keep seeing it spreading. So pray that we make some great inroads this year in our California State Capitol. I think we're off to a really good start already. Looking forward to all the things God is going to do. Thank you for your prayers and partnership.